Hey guys, this is Ever Bennett with EB3D Customs, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Longer Nano Pro. I'd like to unbox this, get it connected to Lightburn, and then run a quick test. That'll be a good place to end this video, and in my next video I'm going to show how this laser can be used on GreatCarve materials. They make a fantastic acrylic and scratch leather that I've been using for years now, so really like to show how these two things can be used with each other to create really nice products that I'm going to sell at my events. Let's get started. All right, so let's start unboxing this thing. So something I'm really excited about is taking this thing to events and shows. I think the portability is really going to come in handy there. So it looks like a very good manual that came with it. I will definitely be reading that. Your protective cover here, which will definitely come in handy. I love that there's a fan built into it, which is going to help exhaust fumes and things like that. Pretty cool. Like we have a box of cords here, a ruler, which is always nice to have, USB stick that probably has what we need to connect it to Lightburn and have the parameters, so we'll get to that shortly. It's like a power adapter here. Everything pretty clearly labeled so far. Little toolkit. Sounds like some extra hardware in there as well. Some goggles. Great that they provided the goggles with the safety shield. I love that. Data cable to connect it to our computer. We'll need that soon. Let's see here. This will be the part of it that goes up and down. It'll attach to the actual laser head itself. We've got the cutting bed. Looks like it's got some slats, so that'll work good. We've got some consumables. I'm kind of curious what, okay. So actually some test material, that'll be great because I want to do a material test at the end of this video just to show it in action, and then I'll really start putting it through the ringer. This looks like part of the bed as well. The actual laser module itself. Let's see here. Now, since this is the Nano Pro, it has the slide extensions. Very nice ruler here. It's a metal ruler. You can never have too many of those. Looks like this is going to be part of the extension, the rail extension as well. This is going to be for the rotary, if I'm not mistaken, to actually lift the laser head up. And then all of that in later videos. Looks like this is part of the rotary assembly here. And I'm sure the manual is going to help break a lot of this down. Part of the rail extension. I'm just kind of putting all the parts that look like they go together. I imagine this is another part of the rotary system here. We've got some rollers, some height adjustment. Looks like that's going to be awesome. Really look forward to doing some tumblers with this thing. Being a 12 watt diode and it being a galvo, I think it's going to work really well for tumblers. And time will tell. This is going to be part of the extended rail system as well. So I'm going to put it with my rail system parts here. not 100% sure on these, but I would think that they go with the rail system as well, since they were kind of put together here. I'm going to read the manual as soon as we are done with this part of it, and then connect it to Lightburn and start running tests. This is probably some pieces for a jig. If I was betting, probably attaches to the bed. I think, oh, a few more pieces here. Looks like a few more cable guide pieces, if I was betting. I'll find out for sure here shortly. Just make sure, and that's all of it. So there's a lot of videos out there and a lot of documentation that comes with it as far as putting it together. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together off screen, and then we'll get on the computer, connect it to Lightburn, and run our first test. Okay, so after about an hour, we've got the laser put together, we've got the bed extension put together with the clips, we've got the rotary put together. These are jaw pieces and choices that you have, and then this is to raise the head of the machine for when you're using the rotary or the bed extension. The instructions were very clear, and this did not take long at all to put together. Let's connect it to the computer now and see if we can get it talking to Lightburn. Alright guys, so let's get this Nano Pro connected to Lightburn so that we can start running tests. I'm excited to see it run. So I'm just going to go through the manual, kind of follow the instructions that came with it, and we'll go from there. I do have the USB plugged in that came with the laser. Normally that's a good standard. If it came with the laser, plug it in, it's probably going to have some files. So you see I haven't connected to it yet, and it says to go ahead and import from that flash drive this Laser Nano LB dev file. And when I do that, you can see it's actually added the Nano Pro as a machine for me to choose from. So I'll scroll down, and it's now an option. Luckily, they have all those kind of settings kind of in here already. So then we want to go to console, and we want to switch it to carving mode. We want to go ahead and switch it to carving mode. So we will turn it off and turn it back on since it said it was busy, and now it's connected and says that it's ready. So I'm just going to do a quick, easy test file here. I will go through and actually do material tests and things like that, but for right now, I just want to see this thing run, make sure everything's hooked up, communicating properly. So I've just done a small test file here. I did switch it to carving mode. That's an important step if you wanted to actually engrave the material. And I'm at 10,000 millimeters a minute at 90% power. I think for the test that we're doing, that's going to work out perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and go to the laser, show how to focus that thing, and show it running this test, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so there is Lightburn set up just how we left it. We are down here at the laser, and I'm going to hit this little target button up top. And what that does is it turns on those little laser pointers, and then you can go down here. And I'm just on a piece of wood that was provided with the laser. We'll go down until those two dots touch each other, and then it is focused. It is that easy. So I really like that. I'm going to go ahead and hit start, and we'll see how this goes. Once we plug that back in, never fails, right? Alright, so it is now connected and ready, and let's hit start. And as you can see, it looks like we could go a little faster than that. That's a good dark engraving at 10,000 millimeters a minute. Looks like it's running very well for a first test. I'm really looking forward to dialing in multiple materials, checking out the GreatCarve scratch acrylic, checking out the rotary system, the bed extension. You know, a lot of videos left to come for this system. Love the speed. The Galvo, not having a gantry system really simplifies the system so it can get these higher speeds. So, love it. We are at 34 seconds into the engraving, and it looks like it is almost done if my camera would stay focused here. Alright, it is done. So we will lift that up and take a look at the results. I did not speed that up. Not sure if you can tell by my voice there, but that was all real time. And it looks like it did a phenomenal job. Alright guys, using the same settings as what we used in our test, I created this quick SVG drawing with one of the AI images I've made in the past. If you want a little more info on that, look back at some of my earlier videos. I kind of delve into how I create the images, and then I just use Trace and Lightburn to make this SVG. Really happy with the results. I think it turned out really good for one of my first true tests. And now I'm going to unbox this GreatCarve material and look at what material we're going to do in our next video. And we'll go from there. All right, guys, if you've made it this far, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get more comfortable behind the camera, and we'll get there. The more practice that I do, the better I'll get with it. So taking a look at the GreatCarve material now, I can't wait to get some settings dialed in, really test this thing, and show what it can do on this GreatCarve material. So it looks like we have several different watch bands to engrave on. That's exciting. That's something I haven't tried before, so really looking forward to that. And I bet it's quick. I bet it's really quick on that 12 watt. Looks like we've got leather patches. Awesome. Double coated tissue tape. So we've got several leather patches. I'm excited about those. Look like they have adhesive backing on them already. I will double check that, and we'll go from there. Looks like we've got a good stack of leather patches, so I can get the settings dialed in, and we'll go from there. Looks like we have dog tags. Very cool. Very cool. Those will go quick. Probably anodized aluminum. I guess we'll find out as we go. And then we've got several different colored business cards. So that's really cool. Lots of good stuff here. I actually sell lots of metal business cards, so I'm excited to try those out. They feel a little thicker than the ones I buy, which is probably really nice. The ones I buy on Amazon are really flimsy. They get bent in the wallets. I've had a few complaints about it, so I'm looking for a vendor that does a little thicker card there. So lots of leather, lots of anodized aluminum, the silicone watch bands. Very excited about that. Very excited about that. Probably can't see very good there, but yeah, that's going to be great. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I'm really excited to just start testing and testing and testing. So tune in for the next one. I'll make one actually with settings and what I've done with these GreatCarve materials. That's coming in the future, so stay tuned.